Winter is not just a season to me. It's a time of celebration, self-reflection, and waking up to fresh falling snow that creates a winter wonderland outside. That being said, if you live in a place that gets extremely cold in winter, knowing how to stay warm for us outdoor enthusiasts can be tricky. In this video, a few of my hiker friends and I will share with you how we like to stay warm outside while enjoying the great outdoors, even though it may be freezing outside. It doesn't stop us, and it shouldn't stop you. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey, it's Bernie from the YouTube channel Fire and Trails. This is what I wear in order to stay warm and comfortable on the trail during a winter hike.
Winter hiking isn't just about endurance, it's about preparation. If you're not dressed right, the cold will wear you down fast. Here's what I wear to stay warm and comfortable on the trail. Most of the items I'm showing you were purchased at places like Target, Walmart, Amazon, and eBay. I try to stick with budget-friendly options, but I do invest in quality footwear. First up, a merino wool base layer. It's warm, breathable, and wicks moisture away, so I don't end up soaked in sweat when I start moving. I'll put a regular t-shirt over the base layer as my second layer. A good pair of wool or alpaca socks keep my feet dry and warm.
So as far as footwear goes, I like these. These are Columbia. These are like trail boots, I think they're called. These are nice, they're comfortable. Got a lot of padding and support. These are good. I wore these when it's 20 degrees out, and then I was fine as long as I paired them up with a pair of like heavy socks. I like them a lot.
Next is insulation. A wool zip up like the one I'm wearing now, or a hoodie adds warmth. And over that, an overcoat for wind protection. It's all about trapping heat without overheating. On really cold days with wind, I'll opt for a heavier ski jacket type overcoat. My go-to pants are these insulated Wrangler All-Terrain. They're lightweight, waterproof, and warm. I usually opt for a knitted hat for winter hiking over my usual ball cap. I like these gloves that are fingerless, which is great while I'm filming. And finally, a day pack. This keeps my water, food, and some camera gear. Dressing right for winter hiking makes all the difference.
From the Hiking Outdoor Family channel. Darcy asked me to share what I kind of wear for a winter hike, so I'm going to go over that with you. So I always start with a base layer. So this is like a merino wool, a top and a bottom set. So I will always put these on before I go out in the winter, and this just helps. Then usually I'll wear fleece lined leggings over this. For my feet, I like to do these really thick wool socks. These help keep me warm, and then depending on how cold it is, I do use these hot hands. I like the foot warmers, and then I also like the hand warmers. This is merino wool, and this is a neck gaiter. So I like to put this on because it keeps your neck warm, and then you also can pull this up if it gets really cold and make it kind of like a hood style to block the wind from the side. So that's a good little option. This is the type of thing that's so tiny you can really fit it in your bag. Then as far as my hands, I really like to wear a mitten style. So this is like a convertible mitten into a fingerless glove. So I like these because when you're filming, you can flip up and access your hands really easily. And then for hats, I really like these hats from Trailheads. So these are super warm. There's like a baseball cap style if you want kind of the sun protection. And then they have the hole for your ponytail, which I really like. And then I also like this one. This is really warm, and same thing, has that ponytail holder. And if you're not using the ponytail, if you have your hair in a different style, it just stays closed. And then on top of like the base layer, I'll usually go with a fleece. I like that just as kind of a good warm option. And then if it is super cold and I'm doing activity, maybe like wildlife watching or wildlife photography, and I'm gonna be standing still a little bit more than I am hiking, I will often layer with my Columbia jacket. This is one of those Omni Heat ones that reflects your body heat back onto you. So depending on the activity, if it's like a gentle walk, if I'm wildlife watching and I'm not going to be moving around as much with aggressive hiking, I may wear this too. So I hope this helps you and you're able to stay warm when you're out hiking.
We've been invited by Darcy from Darcy's Hiking Diaries to show you what we here at Lumberjack PA might wear during a winter hike. And it all starts out with your base layer, a pair of socks, a shirt. For us, long underwear, but if you don't have that, some pajamas actually do well. I've done that before, and a pair of pants. Let me get into these and I'll show you the rest of the layers. Now that I'm in the base layer, I'm ready to add layers to this now. I will start out with a long sleeve shirt. Remove the cap because I'm going to be wearing a winter cap. Next, as part of this layer, are these thick socks that Lumberjack Jr. got me for Christmas. And you know when you're out there hiking, sometimes it's going to be kind of slushy. And so it's important. I'll notice that I put my first layer of socks inside the long johns. For me, that's important. I don't know if it is to you or if it's a real thing or not, but for me, it is. Then, after we do that, if it's slushy out, you got them in your house, put some bread bags on your feet, inside of your shoes. Rubber bands will help hold that up. You can tuck it up under your long johns, however you decide to do it. That's what works. Keeps your feet nice and dry. Last layers. Big, thick hoodie sweatshirt. And that will help keep your core, this is up here, nice and warm. Notwithstanding, your head will now get an extra layer of warmth. Next, gloves, because when I put them on, I want to put them on inside of my jacket so that they remain underneath the sleeves. Coat. Now I don't have to fiddle fart around with the gloves trying to get them underneath the sleeves. They'll just slide right through like that. Now with gloves on, sometimes zippering can be a hindrance, but hopefully this time it'll work out for the video's sake, which it didn't, but that's all right. We will try again. Come on. And there we go. Caught on something. All right. Now I got a hood here that I can wear, but before that, I'm going to put my hat on, cover my ears really good, put both hoods up, if I can get them up and over. And there we are. Besides my hiking shoes, which I would put on next, this is how I go out for a winter hike. Let me know what you guys do.
All right, good day to Darcy and friends of Darcy. I'm Ryan.
I'm Rachel.
You would think as RVers that we would get out in the winter quite a bit and do quite a bit of adventuring, but actually having this thing presents its own unique set of challenges, but you know, that's for another video.
Daddy, we found a print. Right here. Right here. And see, Daddy, see the print? See the print?
I see it.
How is it?
So what do we wear when we're outside for our adventures in the cold?
That depends on how cold it is. Generally, some sort of long sleeve shirt. Again, dependent. It might be a hoodie, it might be a winter coat. Almost always hats. If it's below 40, we almost all have hats on.
Well, it's like 31 out here right now, and so like we both got our hats on that Rachel makes crochet.
Mom made this one. This is crochet. I made that one. That was a knit loom.
But otherwise, hoodies, warm jackets,
Vermont for me and the kids.
Gloves of some sort. I wear the Vermont socks, and I just have my normal hiking boots, but you can wear insulated hiking boots or whatever. What do the kids have on?
Right now, since there's snow, the kids have some snow pants on. If there's not gonna be snow, usually I don't have the kids wear snow pants, because if we're hiking, we're gonna be exerting ourselves and getting warm. And there is such a thing as too many layers, believe it or not. So,
Well, yeah, you don't want to sweat in the winter. That's just as bad as being cold.
yeah, so you're supposed to layer up, but there's a point of no return once you, if you start layering up too much. Like I said, they've got hats, they've got winter coats, mittens, keep those on them, so.
So I want to thank Darcy for inviting us to be part of this winter wear video. And if you want to see what we wear in some really extreme cold temperatures in the great state of Alaska, you should probably come check out our channel. We're not really sure what we're wearing up there quite yet, but it should be fun to figure it all out.
We're gonna wear snow pants in Alaska. Just so you know.
If there's even snow up there.
It's been a really low snow year for Alaska, but if there's snow, we're wearing snow pants.
What's going on? My name is Kurt Zitzelman. My channel is Kurt Zitzelman Outdoors, and I do a lot of winter hiking and backpacking. As you can see, I got my backpack on, and it's just snowing like crazy. Darcy reached out to me and asked me if I would talk a little bit about how I stay warm when I'm hiking or backpacking or camping. And I figured I'd love to. I talk about it a lot in my videos. I love sharing that information to help people out who are getting into outdoors recreation. The first rule, and I'm following it right now, is to be safe. There's no room for ego in this stuff, and sometimes dangerous is dangerous. I'm walking away from my camp having not set up, and I'm turning around and bailing out on an overnight trip because it is like 16 degrees right now. It's supposed to be -2 wind chills tonight, or lower, probably lower. And the ground is so frozen, I can't sink a tarp stake, and I use a hammock. So I need that tarp to block the wind and block the snow, because it's going to snow. So without that, no protection is no good. So I would love to sit here and try to figure out a way to do it. It's getting dark, it's getting snowy, it's getting windy. I'm gonna get cold. There's no sense in being dangerous and getting yourself hurt or worse. So rule number one, no ego. When you gotta bail, you gotta bail. With that, there's also a lot of right and wrong ways. What I'm gonna say is what I believe to be true. It works for me, and use it as a guide, but always do your own research. When you're outside, one of the best ways to stay warm, actually one of the only ways to stay warm, is calories. You gotta remember that you are your natural heater. If you're not generating heat, none of your gear is going to keep you warm. And always watch your ice too. I'm gonna get across this real quick. Okay, we can go through. So calories are very important. You're gonna eat more than you think you should in the winter. Even if you're not hungry, you should eat. I've got all kinds of food with me, and it's no cook food because I don't want my water to freeze. So I got a sandwich, I got like Clif bars and snacks and stuff like that. If you don't have calories, your body's got nothing to burn. You don't generate any heat, and then all this other stuff that you buy to keep warm isn't going to do its job. So calories are very important. Next up is all the stuff that you buy to stay warm. Your layers. You want to stay away from things like cotton. You want things that wick moisture away from you, because you won't realize how much you sweat in the winter until you stop moving and you start getting cold. So for instance, right now, I'll extend you a little bit and I'll show you this getup I'm wearing. I've got some synthetic polyester base layer pants on, and then on top of those I've got fleece lined, insulated, wind and waterproof ski pants. My legs are nice and warm. On my feet I've got some light wool socks. On top of those I've got some fleece lined neoprene sealskin waterproof socks. I got waterproof thermal insulated boots. So those are helping keep all the heat in. Up top I've got a synthetic polyester base layer shirt. I've got a really light moisture wicking t-shirt kind of like thickness light hoodie on that's pulling moisture away from me. I've got my hoodie on. This is mostly polyester. It's like 80 polyester, just a little bit of cotton, which I'm not crazy about, but it does pretty good at wicking. And then my jacket system, this is a Columbia Bugaboo. It's 2 parts, like a fleece liner and then this outer shell. Excuse me. They're both designed to pull moisture away from me. So if I sweat, all my clothes are pulling up moisture out to the outside. This jacket will actually perspire, how do you say it? Perspire? It'll sweat. And you'll see ice form on the outside of the jacket, even if it's not snowing or raining or anything like that. And you just brush it off. It's a little bit disgusting when you think about it. It's pulling all the sweat away from you, but it helps keep you dry. And dry is warm. So you want to regulate your heat as best you can. And you want to make sure you're keeping moisture moving. Keep your layers breathing. Sometimes I'll take the shell off and I'll just leave the fleece. I'll go all the way down to my hoodie. If it's warm enough, I might go all the way down to my t-shirt and base layer, or shirt and base layer, whatever I got. But you want to moderate your heat. You'll sweat more than you think. And in the winter, especially when you're going to camp, when you stop, you'll feel that sweat. And the sweat will get cold, it'll drop your core temperature, and then you're in trouble. So, dry is warm. And that's the next point. With those layers, I mentioned not really liking cotton at any time of the year, just simply because it will soak up the moisture, but it won't wick it away. It'll stay wet, it'll stay heavy, and then it will get cold, it will freeze, and again, your core temperature will drop. Yeah, I apologize, Darcy, it's a little longer than you want it. Quick recap in case you want to fast forward to the end. Know the location you're going to, know what the weather's going to do. Calories, you are your furnace, so you want to keep yourself fueled up. No ego, bail if you have to, like I'm doing. Layers, and know what your layers can do. Count on your gear. Be safe, be smart, and enjoy. See ya.
Thank you to everyone who participated in this crazy idea of mine. I truly appreciate you submitting your clips and sharing with us what you do to stay warm in wintertime, hiking, backpacking, being outdoors in general. This winter has been very, very cold here in Pennsylvania. And it's good to know what other people are wearing, what they do. I'm always curious. I look at other hikers and I'm thinking, I wonder what they're wearing. I mean, you can see them, but you still kind of wonder exactly the layers, or maybe there's specific items that they just absolutely love, have to have, all those types of things. I'm gonna share with you the basics of what I wear on a day trip. Hiking in winter, backpacking, I think is a whole nother level, but Kurt did a great job explaining so much about backpacking in winter cold conditions, and I appreciate it. But yeah, for me, I'm just gonna go over what I would do for a day hike situation in wintertime. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over my getup for hiking on a very cold day outside. I absolutely love these leggings that are fleece lined. Inside is so warm. They are also water repellent. Not waterproof, but water repellent. And I've honestly never had an issue as far as, like, I've even spilled water on my pants, and it like never soaked through to where I felt it. So that's nice. And I love that they have these pockets. There's one that is just like an open slit kind of pocket, but also a zipper one, which would probably be good for your phone or something you're trying to keep safe and not falling out. I have the merino wool socks, which I think a lot of people are using or mentioned in their video as well. These are amazing. They're light, but my feet never get sweaty or cold. So yes, I love these things. Then my undergarment is gonna be a tank top. I always wear tank tops no matter what anyway, but this is like a polyester, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's polyester, some kind of synthetic. Basically, it doesn't keep sweat on me, and it dries really fast. So in winter or summertime, this has been great because when I do sweat, it doesn't stick to my body. That's a good thing. Then I have my basic t-shirt. Yes, I wear cotton basic t-shirts. Yes, that is me. I also have this long sleeve. It is lightweight. Again, if I need to start taking layers off because sweating in winter is a real thing, this still protects me, keeps me warm, but cools me off at the same time. So I really like this. Then I'll usually have either I wear this and then my jacket here, or I'll wear the t-shirt with a hoodie and my jacket. So it really just depends on the temperature of the weather for me anyway. I love this Amazon basic jacket. I tested it out for the first time in really cold temps, like that being 20 or below. The last time I went hiking with a group of friends, and I stayed warm. I did have a hoodie on underneath this. I didn't wear that. I had a hoodie, and this kept me warm. It's also great at being water resistant. It's super lightweight. If I need to take it off, then it just scrunches right into my pack without being really heavy or anything like that. Normally I have knuckle style gloves. I think one of my kids, I don't know, they're on vacation right now, but I also have full fleece lined gloves that allow me to be able to like swipe on my phone or, use my phone. But I don't care for these. I tend to like the knuckle gloves, but we're just gonna pretend that those are knuckle gloves right now. Yeah, because I don't know why, all three of my pairs are somewhere on vacation or my kids took them. Then a beanie. My beanies and hats change, but I do like wearing beanies in wintertime to cover my ears. And if I'm gonna have my hair down. I love how Sarah has the beanie with the little hole for buns. I probably definitely need to get one of those because sometimes my hair isn't having it and I would want to pull it up but still keep warm on my head. All right, so that is really my getup. It doesn't change too much. I do have cargo pants, but they aren't fleece lined, and it really, again, depends on the temperature. These are what I'm wearing for sure if it's going to be anything below 20 degrees. So, there we go.